missing you, now I'm faded. Holding you, kissing you, calling you baby. Cold by the shake, I'm trying to drink you. Feel like I'm drunk, might need a chaser. She got me nervous, I'm trying to be player. Let's leave the bar, go home and lay up. Rubbing your body, massaging your layers. Sip and get tipsy, we play a little later. I don't use a drink, but loving your flavor. Me and you make a good combination. When I hit it, look like you took a sip of the whiz. How you making them faces? Use that weight, but I'm getting patient.
I ain't never seen that man with Young Boy before that shit happened with V-Roy. You see what I'm saying? It's like he using that nigga like as a face card to be around him, like to make them look a little tough. You see what I'm saying?
Who caught that boy? Who stretched that boy? Who caught that boy, man?
After sending King Von to the lobby, it looks like these Oblock YNs are still trying to get back. Lil Tim is out here trolling even though it's been 5 years and this shit is about to get deadly again. Today we diving deep into some real street politics that got the whole hip-hop world on edge. Before we get into this crazy story, make sure y'all smash that like button. Every like helps us grow this gang and keep bringing y'all the realest content. To understand how we got here, we need to go back to November 6th, 2020. That's the night King Von unfortunately got smoked outside that Atlanta hookah lounge. Lil Tim, Quando Rondo's homeboy, was the one who pulled that trigger in what he claimed was self-defense. The courts agreed, charges got dropped, but the streets never forgot, and they damn sure never forgave. For 5 years, this beef been simmering on low heat. NBA Youngboy been taking shots at Oblock through his music. Lil Tim been moving around with YB like he untouchable, and Oblock been plotting in silence. But fam, what happened this week just turned that simmer into a full boil. Let me paint the picture of how deep this goes. King Von wasn't just any rapper. This dude was Oblock royalty. He came up under Chief Keef's wing, but Von had something different. While Sosa was making drill music, Von was living it. Dude had multiple bodies on his record, and the streets knew his name way before the music industry did. When Von died, it wasn't just losing an artist. Oblock lost their general, their voice, their hope of making it out the trenches. Here's where it gets crazy. NBA Youngboy just dropped this freestyle called Zero IQ, and this track is straight disrespectful to King Von's memory. But Lil Tim, this dude took it to another level. He hopped on TikTok, posted a video of himself vibing to the song, and started rapping along to the most disrespectful bars. The lyrics that got everybody heated: who popped that boy? I'm him. Who starched that boy? I'm him.
Who caught that boy? Who stretched that boy? Who caught that boy, man? You got on that plate that's hot smoking like that.
This ain't no subliminal. Lil Tim was straight up bragging about killing King Von on social media for the whole world to see. The audacity of this goofy is unmatched, for real. But here's what really got the streets talking: the timing. Lil Tim posted this TikTok on November 6th, 2025, the exact same date King Von died, but 5 years later. And get this, that same day, November 6th, 2025, Lil Tim's grandfather passed away. Same date, 5 years apart. The internet went absolutely crazy when people started connecting these dots. Now let me break down why this TikTok hit different than all the other disses. See, up until now, most of the shots been thrown through music, subliminals, metaphors, coded language that gave artists plausible deniability. But Lil Tim just threw all that out the window. He looked directly into that camera, rapped those bars word for word, and made sure everybody knew exactly what he was talking about. The video itself was calculated too. Tim wasn't just randomly vibing to the song. He was in what looked like a studio or professional setting, good lighting, clear audio. This wasn't no spontaneous moment. This was planned content designed to get maximum attention and disrespect. Now, Munna from Oblock wasn't having none of this disrespect. This dude been one of the most vocal Oblock members since Von passed, and he immediately took to social media to address Lil Tim directly. Iki called out Lil Tim for using King Von's death as a face card to stay relevant and questioned why he only started hanging around NBA Youngboy after the Von situation.
I ain't never seen that man with Youngboy before that shit happened with V-Roy. You see what I'm saying? It's like he using that nigga like as a face card to be around him, like to make them look a little tough. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's how I look at it. But I ain't really like.
So if it was
it ain't much I can say because I'm still I'm working on my way up and shit. You see what I'm saying? I ain't.
For sure.
If my time gonna come, it's whatever. But it's just that shit, like that specific shit, like right there.
In that interview with FYBJ Maine that's been making rounds, Munna broke it down real simple. I ain't never seen that man with Youngboy before that situation with Von happened. He using that like a face card to be around him to make them look a little tough. Ike wasn't just talking about the music either. He called out how Lil Tim been moving since the shooting, making songs about it, bragging on stage, acting like he's some type of street legend when, according to Ike, the police was involved, you got off, bro. It ain't like you did some street stuff and it's just left in the streets.
Don't you like Lil Tim? Because do you understand the whole situation or what?
I understand, but it's like, all right, you did what you did, okay.
Because
cool.
I heard, not to cut you off, but I heard a lot of people from y'all side getting that, some people saying he did with like.
Nah, but he'll do what any street nigga do if
Basically.
if a nigga, he got to defend his people. But it's like, all right, you did what you did, that's cool. All right, boom, the police was involved, you got off, bro. It ain't like you did some street shit and like, it's just left in the streets. That shit on some police shit too at the same time. You get what I'm saying? Like, niggas will do shit. Like, it's a difference from doing some street shit and the motherfucker know you did some street shit, right? And your name, you in the streets, like, your name ring or whatever. But you did some street shit, whatever, you claim, but the police was involved in that shit. But it's like, I don't like the way he go about it, like, how niggas be some shit like this and shit, like act like off that, like, bro, niggas ain't, like, it's some shit I can't even say, but it's like, I don't like how certain niggas be moving.
But Ike's response went deeper than just calling out Tim's credibility. He questioned the whole narrative around that night in Atlanta. According to Ike and other Oblock members, the situation wasn't as clear-cut as Tim and his supporters been claiming. They saying Von wasn't even the aggressor that night, that the whole thing got twisted in the media to make Tim look like some hero protecting his friend. Bro got lucky really, Ike said in the interview. It ain't like he was face to face with that man. His back was turned, whatever.
It ain't like you just got off like on some easy shit, you see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Bro, you got lucky, you did what you did, you defended you stood your ground, whatever. But it's like, it's just the way like how it be playing out now, like all that on stage and okay, you
tough, like you just
yeah, gang, like I don't be liking that gang because
bro was gangster.
Folks was a gangster. This is what I'm saying.
Died a gangster.
Niggas
like,
ain't never, niggas ain't doing no like with shit like that, bro. It's like, bro, you got lucky, really, bro. Like it ain't like you was on no you ain't finna face this man face to face and just, you got lucky, his back was turned, whatever.
He got to be humble about that type shit because the same way he did what he did, that could happen to him too.
He got to be humble, gang. You see what I'm saying? I feel like he ain't humble about that shit, like, cause the same way like you did what you did, that shit could happen to you too, gang. Like,
let me break down the real tea about this beef, because it goes way deeper than just one shooting. This whole situation started because King Von and his crew rolled up on Quando Rondo outside that Atlanta hookah spot. Von was known for his street reputation. Dude had multiple bodies under his belt and wasn't backing down from nobody. But here's what people don't understand about Lil Tim. According to Munna, Ike, and other Oblock members, Tim wasn't no street dude before this situation. He was just Quando's homeboy who happened to be strapped that night. When Von and his crew approached Quando, Tim saw his man's in danger and did what any loyal friend would do. He protected him. The problem is what happened after. Instead of staying quiet and moving smart, Lil Tim started using that situation to build a reputation. He linked up with NBA YoungBoy, started making music about it, and been riding that wave ever since. That's what got Oblock heated. Not just that he killed Von, but how he been moving since. Now let's talk about the NBA YoungBoy connection, because this is where the politics get real messy. YoungBoy and Lil Durk been beefing for years, way before the Von situation. When Tim killed Von, it gave YB the perfect weapon to use against Durk and Oblock. Suddenly, Tim went from being a nobody to being YoungBoy's right-hand man on tour. Ike pointed this out in his interview. I seen Quando Rondo with him before, that's cool, but Tim? Nah, that man using that situation as a face card to be around YoungBoy and make them look tough. Politics here are complex. Quando Rondo been signed to YoungBoy's 4KT label, and him and YB got a relationship that goes back years. But Tim was just Quando's homeboy from Savannah, who got thrust into the spotlight because of one night in Atlanta. What happened after that TikTok dropped was pure chaos. Within hours, the video had millions of views and thousands of comments. Von fans flooded the comment section with threats and disses, while YB fans defended Tim's right to speak his truth. But it wasn't just random fans getting involved. Oblock members started posting their own responses across Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Some posted old videos of King Von, others posted cryptic messages that seemed like direct threats to Tim. The most telling response came from an Oblock member who posted a video of himself listening to Von's music with the caption, "Long live Von. We ain't forget nothing." The message was clear. Oblock still considers this an open case, regardless of what the courts decided. Meanwhile, NBA YoungBoy's camp been quiet about the whole situation. YB himself hasn't directly responded to the Oblock threats, but sources close to him say he's been increasing security around Tim and the rest of his crew. Now let's talk about this November 6th situation, because this is where things get really spooky. King Von died on November 6th, 2020. At approximately 2:22 a.m. outside the Monaco Hookah Lounge in Atlanta. 5 years later, on November 6, 2025, Lil Tim's grandfather passed away. The internet immediately started connecting dots. Von fans been saying this is proof that their mans reached out from the afterlife to get some type of justice. They pointing to the fact that Tim posted that disrespectful TikTok on the same day his grandfather died, calling it cosmic justice and Von's revenge. Tim's supporters been trying to downplay the connection, saying it's just a coincidence and that people are reading too much into it. But the timing is undeniably eerie, especially considering how calculated Tim's been with his social media presence. Some people been digging even deeper, pointing out that Tim's grandfather was reportedly the one who raised him after his parents weren't in the picture. Losing his grandfather on the same date he killed Von has people thinking there's some type of spiritual balance being restored. The response from Chicago's streets been swift and intense. Multiple Oblock affiliates been posting cryptic messages that seem like direct threats to Tim. Some been posting old videos of King Von with captions like "Still here" and "Justice coming." But it's not just Oblock. Other Chicago drill rappers who were close to Von been speaking out too. FBG Ducks people, despite their own beef with Oblock, been showing support for Von's memory and calling out Tim's disrespect. The situation got so heated that some venues been canceling NBA YoungBoy shows out of security concerns. Promoters don't want to deal with the potential violence that could come from Oblock members trying to get at Tim during a performance. The response to Lil Tim's TikTok been swift and brutal. Oblock members been flooding social media with threats and disses. The comments under that TikTok turned into a war zone, with Von fans and YB fans going at each other's throats. But it's not just social media beef. According to sources close to the situation, Oblock been actively looking for Lil Tim. They feel like he been hiding behind NBA YoungBoy's security and fame, and they want that one-on-one smoke. Law enforcement been monitoring the situation too. Atlanta police reportedly increased patrols around areas where NBA YoungBoy and his crew been known to frequent. They don't want another incident like the one that took Von's life. The music industry been watching this situation closely too. Record labels been having conversations about artist safety and whether it's worth the risk to keep artists who are involved in active beefs. Some industry insiders been saying that Tim's TikTok might have crossed a line that even the music business won't tolerate. This situation shows how social media done changed the game completely. Back in the day, if you had beef, you handled it in the streets and kept your mouth shut. Now dudes posting TikToks bragging about bodies and wondering why people want them dead. Lil Tim could have stayed quiet, collected his money from the YB Association, and lived his life. Instead, he chose to keep poking the bear, and now that bear is ready to bite back. Oblock ain't the type to let disrespect slide, especially when it comes to King Von's memory. The crazy part is this beef probably never gonna end. Von's death created a cycle of violence that's been going for 5 years now, and every time somebody thinks it's cooling down, something like this TikTok happens and reignites everything. This also highlights the broader issue of how drill music and street beef been consuming young black men. Von was just 26 when he died. Tim is still young too. These dudes could be building businesses, raising...
Appreciate you for clicking on the video. Before you go, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out.